since I started filming, some retarded shit happens. And when it picks up, great. Whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to First Man's exponential male gap, my thoughts on it, and my experiences so far as a 22-year-old man. I think it's very true in a lot of respects. Now, I may be in a bad bunch, but I could have to say that most of my friends are not doing that much better than me. That's pretty standard. I'm pretty sure he said, like, about my age, like, there's not be a lot of distinction, maybe a little bit here and there, but I'll be honest, they don't have the body. I mean, except my uni friend Taser, he's a self-improver just like me, alongside consistent gym routine, seems like, from what his recent video showed. It was pretty good. His lifts are improving, mine are not, but I'm focusing on body fat reduction right now. I'll aim for 80. I want that. I want a semblance of a six-pack. I want to see, at least. I want to be about 15%, because from what I've heard or known is 15% is about optimal for, I think it's testosterone production and bodybuilding. Not bodybuilding, but muscle gains. Let's just say, if you have excessive body fat, your testosterone plummets. If you have too little body fat, your testosterone plummets. But about 15% is the Goldilocks zone. I'm gonna aim for that for now. And 15% is about where you would see your abs, or if you have them developed, which I have. All the compounds we do in the gym, like, that develops. Secondary muscle developed as the abs. They don't have the mindset. That's a massive one. If you don't have the fucking mindset, it doesn't matter. If you have the body or anything else, like, don't have the mindset for the long haul, and you're not really aiming for your male advantage, seeing how fucking good your life can really get, doesn't matter. Oh, it's flu hazard. I don't have the willpower. I do, I suppose, even though I did do it. Well, it's not like perfect. It's not. You don't need perfect days, as long as you have enough days, enough consistency where you do the work. You slowly ramp up the amount of work you can do, get more efficient, get better at timings and shit. Soon they won't even have the financial grab. I mean, like, lifestyle inflation and shit. I think. Well, I know my friend, skinny friend. It was a girl. Good for him, man. But I think he's in it for a long haul. He's bad with money. And I remember him, like, acknowledging that. Having a couple of grand, that's not that good. Not when you're living with your parents. You've been living with your parents for, all your life. You've been earning money for about, I think he's been earning money for a few years now. If 4 grand is the best you can do, you're doing something wrong. You should have saved a lot more than that. I think it was about 4 grand. Something like that. I'm not gonna completely run off his number and shit. There's still some short-term strategies that have worked out for them, like getting a girlfriend and getting money. I mean, girlfriend, yeah, but, like, for the long haul, she's all right. I mean, I'm not gonna step into that pool, but I think. Well, I'm not gonna even say that either. All you have to know is it's alright. It's an alright relationship. They have worked out for them, like having a girlfriend. Oh yeah, I've already said it. That's money and time sponge. Like, as like First Man says, like, accidentally they are a time sponge. They don't mean to do that. They're leeches by accident, in a way. It's just what it is. Like, all the things they want are pretty reasonable, but you're not gonna get your male advantage like that. Let's be honest here. Can't become an outlier male when you're trying to provide for a family at the same time and raise a kid for the same time. Where's all that time going? It's going to your family. Unless you're a superhuman, or you'd like to wait 20, 30 years instead of the 12 you can do, and then have the family when you have all the shit together. You have a way easier time. That's the easier life. it's actually like the harder thing right now is actually easier in the long run. Funny thing that, isn't it? Or having a never-ending, bigger, better TV that will use up more electricity and looks more impressive, but won't actually make you happy. Yeah, like, I know my other friend. He's not chasing status symbols like a car or anything, but a bigger TV is basically a status symbol. He's not immune to it. Even if he wants to spend, he says he's not materialistic, right? And he doesn't want to attract girls that are materialistic. But let's be honest, if you're buying a bigger TV, I mean, you kind of, you know, sure you gain from it, but you know, you're gonna kind of attract girls like that. A couple of years ago, I would have to say I was pretty much very similar to my friends, without the secret distinction that I got excellent grades in my community college, which for the Americans is the step before our equivalent of college for you. Yeah, so like sixth form community college is the same kind of thing. I don't even know if we call it community college, but you get my drift. Failed sixth form. I guess I'll just spill a little bit on my life story. I failed a bit. First year failed sixth form. Didn't want to retake it. Was on the second year. Had too many subjects. Basically, is why I failed. Too much on my plate. I learned from my lesson. I went to community college. It was easier, to be fair. It was easier. It was all coursework, which is fucking easy because you get to retest and shit. But that's a bit low key. Well, not supposed to be a thing. With how much we used it. Whatever. It doesn't matter too much. It's been years. My shit's legit. Yeah, I got like a distinction, which is pretty much get into any uni with that. I think you would need a foundation year though. Oh, that's fine. I mean, I don't even know if you need a foundation year in the first place, even if you don't get the right grades. I don't remember. Maybe it was all for naught. Who the fuck knows? I tend to keep that shit to myself because if I'm not going to use it, what's the point of me showboating that? I suppose. I don't know. I just want to avoid the question of like, why didn't you go uni then? At least I did at the time. I can really feel it now. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I just want to try something else first. My uni's backup, something like that. I've made suboptimal moves, but who hasn't in life, you know? I've learned a lot more things outside of uni that I'd probably learned from uni, from what I've been learning from my friend, but he doesn't reveal a lot. I mean, all that academic stuff is great, but you learn more about life when you live it outside of uni, right? Because uni insulates, basically it's like a little protective chamber against actual real life shit. Paying your own rent without your own like loans, that having your mum financially help you out. I've learned a lot about that recently because of the way I moved out. Oh yeah, I suppose I can talk about that. Like that's one of the other changes recently as I've moved out because, you know, you can't live with your parents all the time. I took first man's advice of, I think he said something along the lines of, try and move out. Well, I didn't take it at the time, but I justify it now. Like, it was actually a good move because mental justification, because toughens you up for the real world, and now you know what the bills will look like when you move out, and you also appreciate your parents more because they really do give a massive discount. You can't. There's no way to compare it, so that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, and I remember him saying 6-pointer rule. Yeah, 6-pointer rule was the other team also gets worse. So I haven't seen that much in terms of deterioration going on yet, but I would have to assume at least half will do just that. Half my friends, two friends will deteriorate, I reckon. 2 friends, one of them might be on level and like I reckon my uni friend will improve quite a bit because he's on the focus. As long as you're on the focus and you don't lose it, don't lose focus, stay on the horse. Even if you do lose it, like, come back to it. That's suboptimal, but whatever. As long as you try again and just never stop trying again, you'll do well. Much better than the average. I mean, he's probably going to be already better than the average because considering his degree and shit. Legit degree. Actually, like, worth going to uni for. Not some of the other degrees you see around. Just non-stone fucking trash. Paper trash. Another example, I guess, is that half the girls I know from secondary school have gotten super fat. This is actually a funny anecdote. I remember seeing a few girls that I used to know. Pretty good looking. They're about 15, 16-ish. Saw them in community college. Ooh, looks like they doubled the weight. Ooh, yeah. The one that was on the fat side was, fuck. They always tend to balloon up in this fucking town, man. I don't know why. I got a little fat too, but actually no, I think I was pretty decent when I left sixth form onto community college, but then I got a little fat in the middle, in between. I've seen this happen pre-lockdown. Imagine what they look post-lockdown. Yeah, that's true. What would they look like post-lockdown? Probably like triple the weight they were in secondary school, which is scary to think about. Though maybe they were just living out post-lockdown essentially, with no like movement and shit. Maybe they didn't get too much weight. I don't check Facebook anymore, so I don't know. Do they even post on Facebook? Maybe they don't because of the shame that it would bring. I reckon getting fatter, getting uglier. YouTube don't ban me for that. I'm just being honest. It's actually a little worrying that I know so few people that strive for excellence or to be better people. Yeah, basically, I feel like I'm the only person in this town, well, I at least know of, right now. I mean, Taser used to live in this, my uni friend Taser. So, it's like, what can you do, man? Is it even worth me, like, trying to push my friends to self-improvement? I mean, I don't think they're the type to actually heed my advice ever. Not that I ever try to push things on them, because I've learned from trying that it doesn't really work. Overall, if you like this video, give it a like, obviously. Subscribe if you enjoy my shit. Become a Chad today. Get an army of Chads going. Let's have a real community where we talk about self-improvement and just have fun, you know? Because you're basically all other people on YouTube, like First Man Hamza, other people like that, lifting channels, they're basically all I could really focus on. So I have nothing like that in the real world except for one of my friends who is not here, so, you know, whatevs. Alright. Let's wrap up the vid, Nick. You've already done that. Alright, see you guys.